Okay, so this is a garden tour, and I've done several, but I always get interrupted by neighbors who want to talk. I live right in the middle of the city, and so I can never get videos completed because people keep interrupting me, but I'm going to try to finish a whole garden tour in one go, so it's not confusing. Okay, so anyway, this is my patio. These are my Suntastic sunflowers. I love them. Petunias. Herbs. Dwarf blueberry. The birds have been eating it some, but see, that's why I feed my squirrels and my birds, and for the most part they leave my stuff alone, and it's mostly because I feed them. My neighbors say never give in to the terrorists, but I give in to the terrorists. What can I say? Okay, so at this point I'm going to turn around this way and go back to my back garden because that's, to me, the best part of my garden. Bright Lights Swiss chard, dwarf raspberry. I've got some phlox and some dianthus. This thing is a superstar. It's called flowering maple, and it has stayed spectacular so far all through the spring and summer. We're only in June, so we'll see how it does when it gets hotter, but it is just so pretty, and look how pretty these little flowers are. I love it. And we round the bend and come upon my crinum lily, and it is just spectacular as well right now. Hi there, beautiful crinum lily. Such a show off. I don't mind. So, these are my Cleome Sparkler Blush All-American Selection winners. And they are beautiful too. These self-seeded themselves from last year's crop. You can see them in past videos. These are dianthus and yarrow for the most part in here. Some of these dianthus, like these, I got for $1 on clearance at Lowe's. And they're pretty. They come back every year. They don't need a lot of water. They're drought tolerant, as are these gorgeous sunflowers, which are, of course, the stars of the show right now, aren't they? My line of Bright Lights Swiss chard. This is a herb you don't see as often. It's called Santolina, but it doesn't need a lot of water, so I like that. And just a variety of sedum that I got that all came together. These are called Obedient Plant, Elephant Ears, Limelight Hydrangea. Look at that tall sunflower right there. I'm pretty sure that's a Russian mammoth, but it is a lot taller than everything else. Trying to do a cutting garden. I don't think these are getting enough sun, but some of them have taken off nicely. These zinnias. There we go. Finally, it focused. More zinnias. tomatoes are doing quite well. My rain barrel is full. I got a lot of rain. This bed I had planted full of strawberries, and they were very aggressive. They jumped out of the raised bed, and now they're all here along with a bunch of mint that's jumped over too. I'm not mad, I'm letting it go, but in the actual raised bed I went ahead and pulled all that out, and I want to grow more leeks just for this architectural reason alone. I just love how beautiful these look. These big globes. And those are from leeks, so I want more of that, please. So this is just another bed, but the main star of the show here will hopefully be these dahlias. They're dinner plate dahlias. One is Cafe au Lait, one is, I think, Mango Madness, but we'll see what that does. The limelight hydrangeas are very happy right now. They're pretty. When it gets hot, they will really suffer. But right now, they really are pretty. But it just gets too hot and sunny for them, I think, right here. But I really enjoy them in the beginning of the season, like right now. I have some volunteers of, what's it called? It's not spinach. Malabar spinach. This is a volunteer from last year. It doesn't look very good, but we'll see. Maybe it'll catch up. That's a clematis growing up the vine. Growing up the wire, I mean. Limelight hydrangea. Here's all my tomatoes that I'm growing on this trellis. That's my trellis. I got it from gardensupply.com for $100 each. There's 2 of them here. So far, I really like them. Let's see how my tomatoes are looking. This is a celebrity tomato, and so far I've liked it. It's given off a lot of fruit. It's not crazy tasty like my Chef's Choice. This is an early girl, and funny enough, my celebrity was earlier than my early girl, and then I used the seeds from Yellow Chef's Choice last year to plant new ones, so I don't know if these will come back true to form, so we'll see how these come out. But they're looking good. They're looking really healthy and vigorous, so I'm hoping that I'll get some nice delicious tomatoes off them. Last year they were by far the yummiest tomatoes. These are Suntastic sunflowers, and I've just been planting these everywhere in my yard. And this is my brand new trellis that I had custom built, and I decided to grow some tomatoes along there because I just had so many extra tomato plants. I would like to put something pretty back there, so if you guys have any ideas, do tell. In here I have strawberries, Swiss chard. I like to grow lettuce because it does get a little shade from the other plants, but I don't have any lettuce going now. It's just been too hot, and it's been in the 90s and near 100, so too hot for lettuce. It's supposed to work well in the heat, so we will see how it comes out. I've got more tomatoes over here, more Santolina. My son's sandbox is over here too. The idea was that he would play in the sandbox while I gardened. That has not happened. He just wants to go inside when we're out here. He doesn't like the heat, and he doesn't like the bugs. Is he really my son? I have no idea. Anyway, I'm growing shishito peppers, jalapenos. In the middle you'll see another Suntastic. Some parsley, just a hodgepodge. I always say I'm going to be more organized in my garden, and then each bed ends up being just a bunch of different things. But I just don't have the heart to pull things out that's still doing okay. See, the Swiss chard's still okay. The parsley's doing okay. I don't want to pull it out. I could probably pull out a Swiss chard. I've got plenty of Swiss chard elsewhere. I'll probably do that. Anyway, it's hard, you guys. It's so hard. You have to be heartless in the garden to have it perfectly beautiful, and I just don't always have the heart to do that. But my bee balm bush is kind of falling down. I want to put a teepee back here and grow maybe some pole beans up it. Right now I have a bunch of sunflowers, a variety of pack of sunflowers, suntastics, hydrangeas. I need to wet and forget my driveway. Look, I tried wet and forget right there. Look how nice it looks. And then no wet and forget there. So, little commercial for wet and forget there. But anyway, hydrangeas. I don't know what zinnia this will be. It'll be interesting to find out because it's looking very healthy. And I had a zinnia that completely died right there. I don't know what happened. Okay, my trash is out here. It looks ugly. I'm going to try to avoid showing you my trash. We will go out here and see my sparkler blush cleomes. I've planted them all along the road here. This one is the most spectacular. I don't know why some are growing so beautifully and then some are just shorter, but this one is just a mega cleome. So I'm going to save seed from this one and try to reproduce this outcome because this one is spectacular and the rest of them are gorgeous. But look, they're so much shorter and they're not as dark. So, but I have a whole line of them. Eventually, hopefully they will get bigger and be really pretty. Hi there, sunflowers. This is a volunteer sunflower from the sunflower seeds I feed to the squirrels and the birds. And it's just happy. Isn't it pretty? It's just a volunteer. I've got tons of coreopsis tickweed, I think it's called, everywhere. More yarrows. This is kind of a pretty yarrow. Sedum. Coneflowers. My slugs have been eating everything I've been trying to plant in this garden, so I just put out some slug bait. I found some that is not harmful to children or wildlife. So hopefully I'll have more sunflowers in that bed back here, and out here I have zinnias growing. I'm going to put pine straw down on this and try to get rid of the rest of this grass. This was all grass last summer, but now I've turned it into a zinnia garden, and I've been very happy with my zinnias here. They really like it, and I'm pretty sure these are Queenie limes. I planted them from seeds I had last year from a plant that I found in someone else's garden, so I didn't know that they would be this gorgeous, but they sure are. And these are my chase trees. They really like drought, and the bees love them, so they've been great for my bees. And I see all kinds of different bees on there, not just bumblebees, but I'm guessing honeybees and some other kind of bees. There's a lot of different bees out there apparently, because I see so many different ones. This is my hell strip, which I've done other videos on, and I call it a hell strip, which I explain in another video, so you guys make sure that you go watch that. And my sunflowers don't have flowers on them yet, but they are starting to bud, so I will have lots of sunflowers. And as of July 4th, I planted a bunch of seeds, so I am hoping for a second crop and a second round. So I started those, and I need to start planting sunflower seeds every week from here on out so that I keep them coming fresh up. So I've been trying to do that. But those are coreopsis, those orange and yellow flowers. And we'll go back over here. There's not as much going on in this area of my yard. It's just more kind of formal landscaping that was put in before I came to the house. But I am happy with my coneflowers, and what my coneflowers have taught me this summer is they do need water more than you would think, because they are native to my area, but they do so much better if they get some water. I have this one coneflower plant, and I kept asking myself, why is this coneflower so beautiful? In fact, it's this one right here that you see, this big one. But I noticed that the sprinkler sprays it every time the sprinklers go off, and it really loves it. And I think it also helps keep the mildew off to get sprayed like that. I heard that spraying plants with water can actually help wash the mildew off. And with this plant, it is certainly true. Okay, that is it for my garden tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it. By the time that I post this, it will be time for me to do another video because so much more is going on in my garden now. For those of you that watched my growing a watermelon on trellis video, I do have a watermelon that is volunteering out by the road, so I'm going to see how that does. So I'll show you guys that in an upcoming video. Okay, take care. Thank you so much for watching and going on a tour with me.